y'all, welcome back to our channel. So this video, we're going to be doing something a little different. It's something that we enjoy doing a whole lot, and we're hoping that you like it too. DJ and I, we're really into scary stories. Not like the ghosts and goblins type of scary stories, but the scary stories that's like true crime, near misses, and sometimes there are fatalities. But we're really into it, and we wanted to share with you guys because this is one of our favorite times of the year, and so we thought that it was like very appropriate to deliver it now. This specifically resonates with me because it's about a nurse that just got off a 12-hour night shift, and she's exhausted, and I have succumbed to a lot of near misses because of me being so tired. So I thought this was like a great story to share with y'all for the first scary story. Okay, let's get into it. So this story takes place in California in 2017. This registered nurse had just moved into her brand new home. So of course she was super excited, and all she wanted to do when she got off of work was to get home. She had just got off of working 12-hour night shift positions. So she was really exhausted, and her commute from her job to her home was a little long because she had lived in the city for a long time. And if anyone has ever been to California, you'll know traffic is horrendous, and she just was tired. But she loved living in a rural area because she was away from all of the noise. She was able to see the beautiful sky and the stars at night because she didn't have all that light pollution. So she was really excited about living in this rural area. Not only did she love not having all the noise and the chatter of like busy streets, but she only had maybe two neighbors, one to the left of her and one to the right of her. This was really important because she always either lived in an apartment or she stayed really close to people. So she liked having like an acre in between both of her neighbors. So that way she knew that she had people beside her, but she wasn't in close proximity to them. So one day she was driving home. When she pulled up at her house, the first thing that stood out to her was that she smelled cigarette smoke. As I previously stated, she only had two neighbors an acre away from her. So there was no reason why she should have been smelling cigarette smoke. But because she was so tired, she just dismissed it, just thought like, oh, it's so foggy out here. Maybe that dense air is making the smoke travel closer to my home. So she just wrote it off and went ahead and went in. Because she was so exhausted, she quickly showered, got in bed, and drifted off to sleep very fast. As she was in bed, she heard a noise downstairs. This didn't frighten her off bat because she knew that she had recently gave one of her close friends a key to her house. Her close friend lived maybe 30 minutes from her and also worked 30 minutes from her. So their commute from home to school was maybe like an hour and a half drive depending on traffic. So her and her friend made the agreement that if they were pressed for time, they would stop at her house, shower, do whatever they needed to do before going home or going to school or to work to kind of help cut down on the commute. And they sometimes did not see each other because of her work schedule and her friend's work and school schedule. So when she heard the noise, she wasn't super frightened, but she picked up her phone. When she picked up her phone, she kind of blinded her because, as I stated, she was asleep. So she kind of squinted at her phone and realized that she really couldn't make out the words that was on her phone. So she just put her phone down and she yelled out, "Hey, is that you?" Nothing. She waited and she waited and she said, "Hey, is that you?" In a split second, she heard someone hauling butt from downstairs up her stairs. So as the person is running upstairs, she leaps out of bed, running to her closet. So the way her upstairs is made, one side of the hallway is her room, the other side of the hallway is another bedroom, and then straight down the hallway is a bathroom. As she's running to her closet, the person disregards both of the rooms and goes straight to the bathroom. So then this gives her enough time to run into her closet where she has like a crawl space. So she pushes the board over, and just as she's like pulling her feet up, the person breaks into her room. So she quickly doesn't have time to pull the board back over the crawl space, but she has like her knees to her chest kind of crouched. So she couldn't see the person's face because of the way that she was angled in the closet. All she could see was that they had like these dingy, distressed jeans on and like some worker boots. And the person starts kind of rummaging through her closet, but never did they look up. The way that her closet was made, her crawl space was kind of like in this awkward position where if you don't know what you're looking for, you would never look up in that area. So he kind of rummaged through the closet, and then he goes to the bedroom. She can hear him flipping her mattress, knocking over her lamps, yelling, "Where are you? Where are you?" So then, out of frustration, he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs. So while he was screaming, she quickly and quietly slid the door over her crawl space. And then, y'all, what I'm sure felt like hours, he literally goes room to room. She could hear him just tearing stuff apart, beating on the wall, screaming, "Where are you? Where are you?" So then, after what seemed like, I'm sure, forever, she realized that he had kind of started calming down. But the whole time, she'll just hear every so often him say, "I know that you're in here, and I'm not leaving until you come out." So she waited and waited. So she decided she'll count to 1,000. If she made it to 1,000, she knows, well, she thought that maybe that'll give her enough time to crawl out of her crawl space to get her cell phone that was somewhere in her room because he had completely just messed up her room. So she'll count. The first time she maybe made it to like 200. Then she heard him go, "Ah!" So then she'll start the count all the way back over again. She finally, after doing this maybe 5 or 6 times, she finally made it to 1,000. So she thought it was safe enough for her to jump down out of the crawl space to get to her cell phone. So she goes, gets down, she slowly slithers her body down. She kind of peeks around to make sure that she doesn't see him, and then she bolts it to her bed where her cell phone, even though it's knocked off of her dresser, is still plugged into the charger. She yanks her cell phone and jumps right back into the crawl space and closes the door. So then she calls the police. She whispers and tells them, "Hey, there's a man in my home. He's been here for hours. I don't know what he's capable of, but I'm terrified. Can you please send someone in?" The police made it there very fast, thankfully. So the police, I'm sure, searched the home, make sure the coast is clear, and then they started to call her out by name to call her out of the crawl space. So when she came out of the crawl space, the police asked her, "Do you know who this gentleman was? Are you sure that it was a man?" She said, "All I could see was from his waist down. All he had on were these distressed, dirty jeans and these worker boots." And the police said, "Well, we searched the home. We didn't find anybody, but we did notice that all of your knives that were in your cutting board, they're all missing." And obviously, during his time of him running around trying to find her, he would use the knife to like tear open her couch or stab it in the wall out of frustration, go back to the kitchen, get another knife, go to a different part of the house, use the knife to tear into her walls and everything. So the police just told her, as of right now, we don't see anyone, and there was nothing else that they can do. She decided to stay there for another 3 years. She updated her security. She did everything that she could to make herself feel comfortable, but after having such a horrific experience like this, she just truly never felt at peace and felt that she was safe there. So she ultimately moved and sold her home. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Bear with me because I'm new to this, but I really wanted to share it with y'all because it was a really good story to us. Please make sure you let us know if you like it, and we'll see you next time.